So our next session for the day is accounting treatment. So now we are actually coming into the problems part of consignment. Till now we were looking at the theory part, right? So now we look into the how to solve problems in consignment. So outcomes are we'll see the meaning and then the accounting treatment in consignment. I don't think I'll have to read the slide again. We all are perfect with these 5 sentences, right? We know the meaning of consignment, consignor, consignee, consignment accounts, and also goods sent on consignment. And along with these things, now we need to be perfect with the documents, pro forma invoice and account sales, and also the types of commission. So we need to read the question carefully before we start answering. Yes. So before answering the questions, before going to the problems part, we should first understand how these accounts are done in the books of consignor and in the books of consignee. So now we know there are two parties in consignment, the consignor and consignee. And both of them are staying at different places. So both of them will maintain their books of accounts. So we will see the accounting treatment first in the books of consignor. Now what will the consignor do? Consignor will prepare these 4 accounts in his books. And what are these accounts? Consignment account, consignee's account, goods sent on consignment account, and the consignment stock account. So we will see what each one of them is. So first coming to consignment account, consignment is a nominal account. So do we know how many types of accounts are there?
Yes,
Three
ma'am.
types.
Three types. And what are they?
Real, personal, and
Real, personal, nominal.
Personal, real, and nominal. Okay. So can anyone give me the rule of nominal accounts quickly?
Ma'am, debit expenses and losses, credit incomes and gains.
Correct. Debit all expenses and losses and credit all incomes and gains. So now what are we saying? Consignment account is a nominal account. So we will follow the rule of nominal account while we are preparing the consignment account. That means we will debit all expenses and losses related to the consignment to that account, and we will credit if there is any income or gain related to consignment in that account. Right? So this account is prepared by the consignor to know whether he is into profits or losses in this consignment business. And see, one consignor may be having 10 different consignments. He might be sending goods to 10 different people. So for each category, he will prepare one separate consignment account. Right? So each separate consignment account is devoted for every consignment. And this account is exactly similar to your profit and loss account, because even this is a nominal account. It will show the profit earned or the loss incurred in the consignment. All expenses will be debited, whether they are incurred by consignor or consignee. The material of that, they will be debited because all of them belong to the consignment, right? Any expense, whether it's incurred by consignor or consignee, it will be debited to this account, and any income, it will be credited to this account, right? See the next account, consignee's account. And remember, all these accounts are prepared by the consignor. So whilst the consignee's account is a personal account, and we know the rule of personal account, right? What is the rule?
Ma'am, debit the receiver, credit the giver.
Correct. Debit the receiver and credit the giver. So consignor will prepare consignee's account in his books. He will prepare this account so that he can know what is the final amount due which he has to receive from the consignee. See, the consignee is the one who is selling all the goods. So what does the consignee do in account sales? He will take the value of goods, value at which he has sold the goods. From that, he will deduct his expenses. He will deduct his commission. He will deduct any advance if he has paid to the consignor and find out the final balance. So what the consignor does is, seeing the account sales, he will prepare the consignee's account in his books. And this account is debited with the sale value of goods received from the consignee, and it is credited with the consignee's expenses, his commission, and any advance if he has given. Right? So consignee's account will be debited with the sale value. It will be credited with all expenses, commission, and advance. And the final balance of this account is the amount which the consignee has to pay back to the consignor. So the balance shows the final amount due from the consignee, right? So consignee's account prepared by the consignor, debited with the sale value, credited with all the items which consignee has incurred, expenses, commission and advance if any. The final balance again will be on the credit side, which shows the amount due from consignee. The third account is called as the goods sent on consignment account. This is again a real account. So the rule of real account is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. This account will have only two entries. One entry is when we are sending goods on consignment, this account will be credited with the cost of goods sent. And finally, this account will be closed by transferring the balance to trading account. That's it, only two entries in this account. One entry is when you are sending the goods, it is credited with the cost price. Second entry is this account is closed by transferring the balance to the trading account. Don't get confused or don't get worried if you're not remembering these things. You will understand them better when we are doing the problem, right? Next one is the consignment stock account. Now, what is a consignment stock? Consignment stock is the leftover stock lying with the consignee, which he could not sell. So again, this account is also a real account. If all goods sent to consignee are not sold, the unsold stock lying with the consignee is valued and brought into account by debiting the consignment stock account and crediting the consignment account. Now, if you remember, I told you consignment account is debited with all expenses and credited with all incomes and gains. So if any consignment stock, that is the unsold stock, is left with the consignee, this is valued. We find out the value of that leftover stock and we credit that leftover stock in the consignment account, because it is like an income or gain back to us, right? It is not an expense. We are getting back those goods from the consignee. So the consignor will credit that amount in the consignment account. At the end of the year, it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet of the consignor. See, we always show closing stock in the balance sheet, right? So similarly, if any consignment stock is there, consignment stock is nothing but the closing stock. That leftover stock which is unsold by the consignee. So at the end of the year, it will be shown on the asset side of the balance sheet of the consignor. Right? So these are the four major accounts which are prepared by the consignor: consignment account, consignee's account, goods sent on consignment account, and consignment stock account. We will be preparing these four accounts in the books of consignor. Now, when we move forward to the books of consignee, see the screen, the consignee is not concerned with the profit or loss made on consignment, isn't it? Consignee is not bothered whether consignor is making profit or whether he is incurring loss. What is the consignee bothered about?
His commission.
His commission. So that means consignee will not open any consignment account. He doesn't need to open, because consignment account will only show profit or loss, which consignee doesn't want. The consignee will open only one account in his books, and that is the personal account of the consignor. So consignor is opening consignee's personal account. Consignee will open consignor's personal account. And this account is opened to know the amount due to consignor. So this account will have the same transactions which consignee's account is having. So remember, consignee's account is opened by consignor in his books. Consignor's account is opened by the consignee in his books. Right? And this account is open to know the amount due. Same thing, it will be debited with the advance given, with the expenses incurred and the commission due. It will be credited with the gross sale proceeds. So if you understand the sentences here, consignee's account is exactly opposite to consignor's account. In consignor's account, we were debiting the gross sales. Here we will credit the gross sales. In consignor's account, we were crediting all expenses, advance and commission. Here we will debit all of them. So consignee's account will be exactly opposite to consignor's account. Again, the final balance of this account will be the amount due to consignor. It will be the same balance in both the books. So are we clear with all the accounts? So we will look into these steps of consignment tomorrow.